Teenage killers rarely act on their own. The same forces that drive them to dress alike can make them kill.
Peer pressure can be a very big factor in a group of people. Oftentimes, kids or adults will do things in a group that they would never do individually.
Peer pressure exploded into bloodshed in Gary, Indiana, in the mid-1980s.
Well, Ruth Pelky, we called her Nana. That was the affectionate name that the family had for her. She took a real special love for each one of us grandkids, and we were all special to her. And, she treated us all very fair and equal.
Bill Pelky remembers the kind warmth of his grandmother, Ruth.
Her real love, her real passion was telling Bible stories to young kids. We cut out pictures of Bible characters and she put them up on this a board and tell the stories.
Neighborhood children gather in Mrs. Pelky's home for her lessons.
It's what she loved to do. And so at the age of 78 years old, it was one more chance for her to share her faith with young people.
Not all her students have such good intentions. In reaching out to help, Mrs. Pelky has made herself a target.
When these 4 girls knocked on her door and said they want to take Bible lessons, Nana said, come on in.
I've been in this business for almost 35 years as a prosecutor, a judge, and a defense lawyer now. And I've never seen a crime like this where young girls committed such a senseless, heinous act.
Indiana prosecutor Jack Crawford is marked forever by Ruth Pelky's killing.
Ruth Pelky was probably one of the nicest persons anyone would ever want to meet. That girls, teenage girls, could decide on a school afternoon to go and murder someone is completely shocking, and it's a case that has never left me, and I'll never forget.
Ruth Pelky's fate is being shaped by a small gang of teenage girls. Karen Corders, Denise Thomas, and April Beverly are all classmates. Their leader is 15-year-old Paula Cooper.
Paula Cooper is yet another young killer who came from a horrible, horrible background.
Paula's short life so far is a horror story of drugs and violence.
Father was very abusive. He would do things like, beat her with an electrical cord.
She was in and out of school. She watched her mother being sexually assaulted. All of these things led to a very, very disturbed young woman.
And I think that Paula learned one thing well by the age of 15, that was how to hate.
Paula Cooper's hate is about to erupt.
Paula planned it with 3 other young girls who were high school classmates of hers. And they had had a discussion amongst themselves about places where they thought they could get some money.
Do y'all even have money? You want to go IK, you don't have money? You got money. I don't have money. I didn't got money.
And one of the girls, April Beverly, came up with the idea that she knew a Bible studies teacher in the neighborhood who she thought might have some cash on hand.
Mrs. Pelky is far from wealthy, but the 78-year-old is trusting and defenseless.
I'm April.
The perfect victim.
Paula Cooper was on a path of destruction. She wanted to kill someone. They chose to kill someone who was helpless, someone they knew they could talk their way into.
Ruth Pelky opens her door with love in her heart. But she innocently lets in seething hate.
I got a phone call from my brother-in-law. Just had gotten off work, and he told me that Nana had died.
Bill Pelky's Nana is 78-year-old Ruth Pelky, a gentle grandmother living in a decaying blue-collar town.
Her family had encouraged her to move out because it was a changing neighborhood. But she was so committed to the young people there, she wanted to stay and offer her Bible studies classes to the teenagers in that area, which she did, of course, for free.
In 1985, 4 girls knock on Mrs. Pelky's door, asking about Bible school. She already knows April Beverly from previous classes. The girls are welcomed in. Schoolgirls from the 9th grade are about to become a pack of killers, led by Paula Cooper.
Paula grabbed a vase and hit Mrs. Pelky over the head, knocking her to the floor. Paula had brought with her from April's house a 12-inch butcher knife.
See this knife? I'm gonna cut you.
Paula jumped on her and started demanding to know where the money was. In fact, the quote was, "Where's the money, bitch?"
Where's your money? Where's the money? Where's your money?
The pack mentality has taken over.
The ringleader becomes empowered by the fact that she or he has followers. The mere fact that they're there encourages the ringleader to do bigger, bolder things than they normally would.
Mrs. Pelky pleads that she doesn't have any money. Paula responds with torture.
Paula started cutting Mrs. Pelky with the butcher knife. She was cutting her back and forth across her chest. Paula stabbed Mrs. Pelky in the chest. The evidence was that at some point she started reciting the Lord's Prayer. Obviously, she knew she was going to die.
And it's Paula Cooper who orders her death.
Paula told Karen to push the knife through Mrs. Pelky's body, which she did. And in fact, the knife made an indentation in the floor. It was a horrendous murder.
Money might have been the apparent motive, but I believe the motive was to kill Ruth Pelky, and the robbery was incidental. You don't stab someone 33 times because you want their watch. They went there to kill her.
She was on the dining room floor. That's where my father found her body. It's the dining room where our family gathered every year for Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving and birthdays and happy, joyous occasions. And every time I would think about Nana, I would picture her butchered on that dining room floor, and it was just a terrible, painful thing to even think about Nana.
Mrs. Pelky built a life on family and trust. Paula Cooper learned to trust no one.
I think the attacks on Ruth Pelky were so vicious because that's what was in Paula's heart, a rage to destroy something because she had been destroyed so many times in her 15 years on this earth.
The girls leave the house with just $10 and the keys to Mrs. Pelky's car. Paula leaves her jacket behind. In the pocket, a prescription for birth control pills with her name on it. Young killers are rarely hard to catch.
Most young people think they're not going to get caught at anything. Shoplifting a candy bar, let alone murder. They tend to think they're smarter than everyone else. And also, they tend to not cover up their crime so well. And they're oftentimes surprised when they get caught.
Even more surprised are the residents of Gary.
Once the community realized it was young people and then young girls, there was shock in the community that 4 young teenage girls could commit a crime like this. People couldn't believe it.
Paula Cooper is found guilty of murder. At age 16, she becomes the youngest person ever on Indiana's death row. Her 3 followers get lengthy prison terms. Bill Pelky felt justice had been done for his grandmother.
I originally supported the death sentence for Paula Cooper.
But after much soul-searching, he finds forgiveness. While Ruth Pelky's life was taken without mercy, Bill Pelky campaigns to save her killer.
And I knew I no longer wanted her to die, and I wanted to do whatever I could do to try to help her. And I learned the most important lesson of my life, the healing power of forgiveness. Because when my heart was touched with compassion, forgiveness took place. And it brought a tremendous healing.
After intervention from the Pope and a petition of 2 million signatures, Paula's sentence is commuted to life. Paula Cooper was exactly the kind of child Ruth Pelky was trying to help. Sparing her life would be Ruth's final gift.
My grandmother did a lot of praying, and she had a special love for young people. So people like Paula Cooper that my grandmother really had a concern for. I'm convinced she would have forgave Paula Cooper.
In 2006, the town of Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. On a quiet suburban street, a 6-year-old comes looking for his best friend. But there will be no play today.
It was a bloodbath in that basement.
You can watch as many horror flicks as you ever wanted to, and it could never even compare to what happened in that house.
A husband and wife lie dead, their bodies covered in stab wounds.
The police didn't know what to make of this scene when they arrived. Was it a murder-suicide, a domestic situation? They had no idea.
Upstairs, their son, just 8 years old, is also dead.
Blood coated every surface of that room, all his little toys, his bed sheets, everything. The scene was so horrible that the officers were absolutely traumatized. Years later, testifying in court, they broke down on the stand, remembering that little boy dead in his bed.
But that little boy has a sister.
One of the officers noticed a family portrait sitting on a side table. When he took a look at it, there were 4 people, so there was a girl missing.
Police think the 12-year-old daughter has been kidnapped by the killer. No one can guess the truth, because the truth is unbelievable. crime reporter Sherry Zickafus arrives in Medicine Hat to find a town reeling.
It was like a bomb had gone off. They were so shattered. It's a quiet, middle-class kind of town, very family-oriented.
The family that we lost that day was a family that was a very tight family, a very loving family. They deserved to live life. They did not deserve to meet their maker.
Just hours after the murders, police searched the missing girl's school locker. Inside, a drawing that chills the blood.
It was a stick drawing, but it was very dark, and it was basically a stick figure lighting a family on fire and running off to her boyfriend's truck. She went from missing person or kidnap victim to murder suspect immediately.
It's incomprehensible. Could a 12-year-old schoolgirl really be responsible for slaying her own family?
Oh my goodness, go back, go back. Oh.
JR was a typical ordinary Catholic schoolgirl. Teachers said she was quite a diligent worker and by all accounts, just a very typical, unassuming girl.
Until she discovers a dark side.
She started becoming interested in the goth movement. I think she was really drawn to their darkness, the artistic nature of their makeup and their dress. While her friends were obeying the Catholic school dress code, she was more interested in chains and shorter skirts and fishnet stockings, what she'd seen other kids at the mall wearing.
So disappointed. You know you're not supposed to wear that at school.
But this is more than fashion.
Waist. What is that around your waist? It's a belt. Well, you know
JR is acting strangely. The sweet little girl has fallen in love with every parent's worst nightmare.
He was from the other side of the tracks, and he was an unemployed high school dropout who was living in a trailer park.
It's a match made in hell. At 23, he's nearly twice her age. Abusing drugs. Totally immersed in the macabre Gothic subculture.
He even went so far as to tell his friends he believed he was a 300-year-old werewolf and that he carried a vial of blood around his neck.
JR looks and acts older than her 12 years.
One of the most disturbing aspects of their relationship was that it was a sexual relationship.
Driven by forbidden love, JR completes a Gothic transformation.
People were afraid of JR, even her friends. And she liked that. She liked the idea of frightening people. It made her feel powerful.
Criminal profiler Candice DeLong thinks JR's fixation went well past makeup.
The goth culture represented something to her. It fed into a deep, deep need. A need to be different, a need to be frightening, a need to control other people.
At the center of this dark world is her boyfriend.
Where the hell have you been?
None of your business.
It is my business.
Darling, we really want
The relationship was secret for a very long time, but once it was revealed to her parents, it drove an even bigger wedge between them. Basically, it started a war within the house.
It's a war that will claim 3 innocent lives. In Medicine Hat, Canada,
Where the hell have you been?
a young girl is out of control.
I hate my family.
Obsessed with the dark goth subculture, the 12-year-old is having a forbidden love affair with a man twice her age.
He's the last person you'd want your child to date. You would go straight to the cops. You would put your kid in lockdown. You would do everything you could, everything in your power to separate him from your child.
When JR's parents intervene, her affair and her anger move online.
JR's message said, "I hate them, so I have this plan. It begins with me killing them, and it ends with me living with you."
JR found in her boyfriend a man, an adult, in her eyes, that she could control. He found in her someone that looked up to him, and the combination was toxic.
I hate them all.
What's wrong?
His favorite movie was Natural Born Killers.
Swear to God, I'm gonna do something bad.
The scenario within that movie's opening moments is a young man murdering his girlfriend's parents to give her freedom.
You know, go there with a knife and just kill him, you know? Just stab them.
He began to equate that with the task that JR was ordering him to do.
In the dead of night, JR's mother hears a noise in the basement.
Imagine getting to the bottom of the stairs and being faced with a nightmare dressed all in black and carrying a great big knife.
This suburban mom doesn't stand a chance.
Her friends described her as a lioness, but there's no way she was any kind of match for a man wielding a knife and high as a kite, ready to kill.
No!
JR's father launches his own attack. But he's doomed from the first knife blow.
One of the real problems with the sympathetic response to stabbing is that with the increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, you're going to bleed more rapidly. So you're going to weaken very quickly.
I think what is the most haunting is that prolonged fight between the boyfriend and the father. That father was a bear protecting his family.
Upstairs,
Go to bed.
JR holds her terrified brother.
Cover your ears. Don't listen.
When her boyfriend appears, She knows her wish has been granted. Her parents are dead. They are free to be together. But there's no place in their new world for an 8-year-old boy.
It's a crime too horrible to even imagine. He died for nothing. They basically reasoned that he had to go too because he was too sensitive and it would be wrong to leave him without parents. I mean, it's unthinkable.
The young couple's freedom doesn't last long. Within 24 hours, they are under arrest.
They weren't displaying any outward signs of grief or trauma of what had happened. In fact, the boyfriend was showing off his eye that had been injured in the fight with JR's father.
The deepest devotion of two parents was no match for the frightening power of forbidden love.
They had loved and cared for their daughter to the nth degree. There's gonna be some burning in hell after this.
JR's boyfriend is now serving a life sentence for murder. Under Canadian law, JR's true identity can't be revealed. Found guilty of 3 counts of murder, she receives the maximum juvenile sentence, 10 years.
People were outraged by that sentence, but that is the way Canadian law is set up. It's set up to rehabilitate young people, not so much to punish them.
In 2016, at age 22, JR will be released back into the community.
I think any child who kills their parents when there is no evidence of abuse from parent to child should be locked up forever. There really is no hope.
An ex-Navy SEAL who lives for violence. A college basketball star with obsessive drives. Two lethal lovers pushing each other to kill.
A lot of officers were damaged by this case.
How do you wrap your mind around something that's so evil?
This wasn't simply a murder, one-time thing. They were on a killing spree. Erica and BJ were natural-born killers.
BJ and Erica Cifrit are the deadliest couple author M. William Phelps has ever encountered.
BJ and Erica were the types of people who did things to get a rush out of them.
A volatile bond forms the moment they meet.
You reckon you can handle more?
I can handle and
Both like to take things to extremes. A relationship begins where all that matters is the thrill.
The normal life of a white picket fence and a dog and a boat and maybe a couple of kids wasn't going to cut it for them. It wasn't enough for them. They needed more.
Erica has always had a problem with knowing when to stop. Whatever she does to excess.
One of Erica's passions as she grew up was basketball. She practiced, obsessively practiced.
Yes.
Erica has an obsessive nature. It is within her to repeat thoughts and behaviors over and over and over, even if they're self-destructive.
You got your ass up, baby? Here I come. Happy birthday.
Now she's obsessed with a very dangerous man.
Some of BJ's passions were Hitler, snakes, guns, violence, Marxism, anything really that had to do with negative things about life, BJ really grasped onto.
Hey, you like it?
Thank you so much.
BJ also harbors a powerful desire to murder.
Okay, so you got the cat.
His new wife, Erica, will bring his violent dreams to life.
Erica and BJ alone probably wouldn't have got into much trouble if they never met. But when they got together, they were like a stick of dynamite, the wick and the gunpowder, and boom.
It's a combination set to explode in violence on Memorial Day weekend, 2004, in Ocean City, Maryland.
Memorial Day weekend is one of the biggest weekends for couples. A lot of couples like to come down and enjoy and relax. The sun is out. Oh, we reached Atlantis on a checkup.
Detective Brett Case believes that when the Cifrits came to Ocean City, it wasn't to unwind.
I think that murder was in their mind. I think it had been in their mind for some time. And I think the opportunity arose that first night.
After midnight, Erica and BJ set a trap for a couple they've just met. Martha Crutchley and Joshua Ford accept an invitation back to the Cifrits' apartment. It's the moment Erica and BJ have been waiting for. Tonight, they'll get their chance to be thrill killers.
The most common trait possessed by thrill killers is that they are sociopaths or psychopaths. They don't feel guilt about what they do.
Cheers, man. Cheers. I gotta say the other thing with Hitler, I think he had some good ideas, you know?
Come on, man. I think you're just messing with us. You don't really believe what you're saying.
This late-night party is about to take a terrifying turn.
Where's my bag?
Maybe you left it at the bar.
Let me see your bag.
And then all of a sudden, Erica freaks out. Who took my stuff?
Give me your
Erica
bag.
starts to create fear
Give me your
by pretending her purse is missing. Her husband ups the ante.
BJ gets a gun, and he starts waving it around.
Where did you put my bag? Give it
Wait a
to
minute,
me.
you ain't going anywhere. Get against the wall. Get against the wall now. Do it! Move your ass against the wall now!
Do you want him to shoot you?
Do what they say. Just do what they say. Okay, we're here.
And he says to Martha and Joshua, take off your clothes.
Strip down.
All right.
Oh, little lady's scared. Get your shirt off. Look,
Hurry
take
up.
it off. Do
You
want
are
to get
taking
shot?
too long. Just get your ass in the bathroom now. Both of you, get in there. Move it. Let's go.
So now Martha and Joshua are inside the bathroom, scared for their lives.
Open up, pig.
Chicken, are you?
Right. Open the window. Open the window. Just leave us alone.
Yeah, I would think terror would be,
We didn't take your bag.
that word probably wouldn't describe it. It would be pale in comparison to what they felt.
Erica and BJ are beginning to feel the thrill they crave. But simply scaring someone isn't enough.
And I think at some point there was a discussion, what do we do now? Well, we've gone this far, so let's continue and go all the way. And that decision comes from her.
All right, I'll do it. Surprise!
holiday weekend, Ocean City, Maryland is a vacation playground. But high above the streets, one holiday apartment has become a death trap.
The more you investigate, the more you learn that what you're dealing with is not just your normal killer, you're dealing with a monster. Pure evil. And when you look into the eyes of pure evil, you know that if you don't do something to stop it, it could come after you.
Get your ass in the bathroom now. Both of you.
Erica and BJ Cifrit are a young couple, desperate for the thrill of murder. Martha Crutchley and Joshua Ford are trapped in the Cifrits' bathroom. Erica wants them killed. BJ is happy to oblige.
So BJ kicks the door open, walks in, and shoots Joshua. And Martha is curled up underneath the vanity at this point, scared for her life. She's just seen her lover, the man she has been living with, the man whom she hopes to marry, killed right in front of her.
For Martha, it had to have been tenfold because she had to have witnessed Joshua be killed first and know what was coming. I don't think you can put into words what that fear would be like.
Martha pleads for mercy. But these lethal lovers don't know when to stop. It's Erica's turn to go on the attack with a knife.
BJ encouraged Erica to cut Martha because he wanted Erica to have blood on her hands, literally and figuratively. This meant that she was equally responsible in the murder.
For a couple who lived for the thrill, murder became the ultimate rush.
I suppose some other couples might go parachuting or water skiing or mountain climbing, and these two, they chose to kill.
But killing is not enough.
BJ has already made the decision that in order to get the bodies out of the condo unit, they need to be dismembered. But that's not why he does this. He does this because part of him, I believe, he enjoyed it.
BJ had a wild, violent streak that was fed and nurtured and cared for by Erica. I think he wanted to show off to her. He wanted to show Erica how tough he was.
Erica watches as BJ carves the bodies into 12 pieces. But even she is shocked by what he does next.
At one point, BJ, according to Erica, chops a leg off, cracks the leg in half, and he says to Erica, "Go heat up some water downstairs. I want to eat this."
Next morning, Ocean City is bathed in sunshine. The holiday weekend continues. But not for Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley.
When she didn't arrive to work on Tuesday morning, her coworkers were concerned. And so by Wednesday, we had notification that Josh and Martha were missing.
By this time, their body parts have been dropped in supermarket dumpsters. And the Cifrits are acting like nothing has happened.
They go miniature golfing, they go out for beers, they eat chicken wings, and she documents everything with photographs. They're laughing, smiling, they're having a grand old time after this gruesome, gruesome crime.
Erica gets a lasting reminder of the murders, a new tattoo.
BJ makes a suggestion. You should get it on your hip. Why? Because that's where Erica made the first cut on Martha Crutchley, a memento of the crime.
On the final night of their holiday, the Cifrits take their search for thrills one step too far.
Killing 2 people and dismembering them, not enough for them. They need more of a thrill that week. They decide, let's rob the Hooters before we leave town.
So they back up to the Hooters and they, unlock the door and go in, and a silent alarm is tripped.
Police respond to what they believe is a routine burglary call. It turns out to be much more.
When you have burglars, you can have weapons. You just don't know what you have. And this is a prime example of how things can snowball.
The Cifrits are caught with 3 guns, a knife smeared with human flesh, and the IDs of the missing couple. Officer Freddie Howard was on the scene that night. He knows he had a close call.
I still get a sick feeling in my stomach when I think about what could have happened because of all the firepower that was here on the scene that night and what they had just done just days earlier, When I got home, I hugged my son and daughter, and just because I was so grateful to be there with them. Because I know it could have turned the other way, or I could have been murdered just so they can get away.
Body parts of Joshua and Martha are eventually found at a Delaware landfill. Tried separately for the murders, the Cifrits are both found guilty. BJ is sentenced to 30 years in prison. Erica gets life.
I can see in a lot of crimes, why I don't agree with it, but I can see why someone would commit the crime. In this case, there is no reason other than for their own personal thrill, and the fact that there is absolutely no remorse solidifies my belief that it was just for thrill.